I tried every dating app that was available to me, and there were actually some surprises for what actually works. But I'm going to start with tier three, which is the absolute worst apps. First up is Field, and as you can see, it calls itself a dating app for the curious. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I just saw that it was the fourth most popular dating app in Canada, and I'm like, okay, cool. But turns out it's basically a hookup app and one that's heavily geared towards couples, which I am. I am not a couple. I'm single, but I swiped 500 total times, with 100 of them being right swipes, and I got 0 matches. Not very good. Next is Boo. The quality just wasn't there. I was swiping no constantly, and the whole thing is they try to push you towards a $234 lifetime membership, which is insane. But I got no matches, so a big waste. Now, Hilly, I did get 1 match, but then I clicked on it and then the screen pops up trying to get me to pay. Just horrible. And the last of this tier 3 is Plenty of Fish. And unfortunately, like, they used to be the main one. It used to be pretty solid. I had dozens of dates on it when I was single in my very early 20s. But I was going through it and I saw so many profiles, like 90% of them looked like they were just AI generated photos. And I'm like, okay, this is obviously just full of bots and whatever. But then I went to my profile and I saw my pictures and they looked AI generated as well. And I realized it's something they do to your pictures, to your photos. I think it's just the compression to save space or whatever. But it looks so bad. I actually have a picture of it. I'll show you right here. It just kind of looked dead in the eyes. It has that like plasticky, AI looking face. And yeah, so dumb. If I wasn't actually just like testing it, I would have uninstalled it immediately. I don't know why they're doing that. Now let's get into tier 2. And these gave me at least 1 match. And the first one is Match. I gave out 50 likes, but I had to swipe 450 times. That's not really worth it. The crowd is a little bit older on Match, which might be relevant or not to you. OkCupid was next. Technically not terrible. It's the only app that allows you to filter by body type, which is interesting. But by default, they don't prioritize people nearby, which is really dumb. And as you can see, I got over 99 likes, like almost instantly. I don't do that well. I might get like a dozen for a brand new account. And I'm pretty sure like almost all those are bots anyway. Now here's Badoo. Nothing special as well. And by the way, if you care, I'll have a table at the end of this comparing all of them together. Now let's get into what's actually worthwhile. So the biggest surprise was Coffee Meets Bagel. I didn't expect this to do anything because if I go to SimilarWeb, it doesn't show it as a very popular app. But I got I sent 256 total likes, and that came to 2 matches, which is actually better than Tinder or Bumble. And how it works is a little bit differently. Basically, you get like 25 or 27 total profiles each and every day. You can like every single one if you want, or you can dislike all of them. You won't get penalized for it. And it was like 90% Asians. I don't know if just a lot of Asians just happen to gravitate towards there, although I am in Vancouver. It is already pretty diverse here, so that might matter. So yeah, it's slower overall, but it's definitely worth trying. I'm going to keep it installed on my phone. And I'd love to hear if you're actually getting any results on it. Next is Tinder, a little over 300 swipes per match, which is pretty average, but you can swipe a lot more on Tinder versus a lot of apps, especially like Boo. I only sent like 50 or 60 or whatever, but it took me like 2 weeks to do because there wasn't a lot of people on it, and the people that were on it weren't really, for me, for a lack of a better word. Next is Bumble. 380 total swipes got me 2 matches, which is decent. One thing I like about Bumble is the Discover page is actually pretty decent. It's kind of like Hinge's standouts, but you don't have to pay with roses. And on top of that, Bumble actually does a pretty good job at integrating your likes into your regular feed. Pretty much every other app doesn't do this, or at least not to the same degree. Like if you're like swiping, then suddenly you swipe right on somebody and then you get an instant match just because they had already liked you. That happens reasonably often on Bumble, or at least if you swipe no, it'll say, oops, you missed a match, and it tries to get you to pay or whatever. But finally, it's kind of a tier 0 because it's so much better than every other app, maybe an S tier, but it's Hinge. And total 200 swipes got me 4 matches, which was 50 right swipes. It's going to be better for pretty much everybody, better algorithm, less bots. And there's things that you can do, like your bio, which actually matters versus other apps. It just doesn't make a huge difference. Like people actually do read your prompts on Hinge. So if you know how to write them, it makes a noticeable difference. Then you can also have voice prompts, you can have video prompts, and all these other things. And it's also the only app that actually allows you to view your likes for free. You have to do one at a time, but who the hell cares? I mean, it's not like as guys we get a lot anyways. But you can view likes in a free version. No other app does that. And on top of this, I just find my standards to be higher on Hinge as well. So it's even a little bit better than what it says on paper. But here is the full comparison across all the apps. Again, the standout was Coffee Meets Bagel. To me, I'm going to keep that installed. But the rest of them are pretty much a waste of time. There is an app called Overture that is coming out. It's the guy who created Hinge left the company, and he created Overture. And it's supposed to be like an AI-powered app, which everything's AI-powered now. So I don't know exactly what that will mean in the end, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, if you've tried any of these and had results, I'd be curious to know. Also, if you could share like your state or province, because sometimes it's just certain ones happen to take off in certain locations. But that's it. Otherwise, I'll talk to you again soon.